Well, hello class. Here we are in week 3, and we are in the final week of our intensive leadership program, and you guys have just been fantastic. I will let you know that by the time you do view this video that you're listening to now, I will probably be on my way to the sunny state of Florida, taking a long awaited vacation at Universal Studios. Now, I just want to let you know that in no way does this impede our particular course, because it is online, and I have well prepared all of the assignments, and I do have my computer with me, and we'll be doing Wi-Fi all the way, so I can get online and do whatever I have to do, and you guys know how to contact me as well, so that shouldn't be a problem. My goal is to get all my deliverables done in the morning, go to the theme park, and then when I come back at night, I will certainly check everything, and if there really is an emergency, if you're stuck, you should be able to get in touch with me, although it'll be quite loud in the park. But at any rate, I don't think we'll have a problem at all. I've done this many times before, and that's kind of the beauty of online, is you can be anywhere and still do your work. So, having said that, this particular last leg of the course, this week 3 module, is on leading. And in the final 3 chapters of your book, chapters 8, 9, and 10, we are focusing on leading teams in chapter 8, leading change in chapter 9, and leading and developing leaders in chapter 10. So I kind of want to go over with you somewhat of the overview of this particular section, and let you know that the overview of chapter 8, especially on leading teams. Now, view all of the videos that you see before you start each one of the chapters, and then go into the links on reading, listening, and viewing, and then go into the threaded discussions. There are 3 threaded discussions left. There are 3 chapters. Look at the links after you do all the reading, listening, and viewing of each chapter. Should be pretty easy to navigate. Then finally, you would already have been working on your final project, which I gave you very specific and detailed directions in the link for that I gave you last week on how to put an essay together. Okay, so that should be pretty easy for you to do. Okay, so getting back to chapter 8, the overview of 8 is that essentially, when we talk about leading teams, we're looking at tracking the evolution of participation in leadership by presenting different types of situations that make participation, which means all of the team members together, desirable. What are the benefits and what are the disadvantages of working as a team? So we're going to talk a lot about delegation and the application of different participative concepts. Proper delegation is really important. If we open up lines of communication and we know how to talk with our employees, not talk at them or down to them, but talk to them, eventually your teams are going to become self-proficient, and they will be able to be self-managed, where you can leave and know that everybody is going to do their job. I think you got a lot out of that in the video that you viewed on Jillian DeStefano at Elite Gym. So the chapter itself has a strong cross-cultural focus, and the success of participative management really depends largely on cultural values and collectivism, which you will be studying about, as well as power distance. Moving on to chapter 9, okay. The overview of that particular chapter is going to be specifically focused on leading change. It's very important that we understand what leading change is all about. And when we talk about leading change, we're talking about the leadership factors in organizations that are considered when change is inevitable. There are internal and external forces that affect change. And we don't do change for the sake of change. We conduct change because change is necessary. So we're going to be looking at Lewin's model for change and the process of planned changes. How do we go about planning for change when we can, and when we can't, how are we able to develop a clear vision and stay on our feet and know what it is that we have to do. So there are 3 essential things that we look at when we talk about culturally based change: flexibility, openness, and learning. Okay, finally going into chapter 10, the last chapter. It's really important because we're going to talk about developing leaders. And that's really an important chapter because the elements of leader and leadership development involve learning from someone else who is helping you, mentoring you to be a good leader, planning for successorship. So we're going to talk about the methods used in developing leaders, and also how we compare one leader to another and how we evaluate that leader. So culture plays a very big part of leadership, and we're going to talk a lot about that. And how do we put together a good leadership program? Okay, so that's kind of the overview of the 3 chapters and pretty much it. So I gave you the overview. I'm going to present this as a YouTube link, and you'll be able to click this right under the opening page for these 3 chapters on leading. Okay, have a wonderful day. Bye.